Hello everyone, this is Roxas1359. Welcome to the finale of Let's Play Kirby's Adventure. Well, we've done it, ladies and gentlemen. We've gone through 7 full worlds, and now it's time we finally put the Star Rod back together and face King Dedede, who unfortunately does not play his King Dedede theme inside this game, which is a big disappointment on my part. But if you remember King Dedede from Kirby's Dreamland, his moveset's pretty much the same, bar he has one new move. And that's pretty much it. King Dedede is actually a lot easier if you ask me inside this one, although not all of his moves will produce stars like they used to. Here's his new move where he inflates himself and starts bouncing around. You can simply just run under him. Whenever he runs towards you, that usually means he's gonna try to absorb you or suck you in. Dash attack. Right, he's trying to go me. All right, so far, not doing too good against King Dedede, but don't worry, we won't have a repeat of last time. We will beat this dastardly King Dedede and restore dreams to Dreamland. He'll pay for stealing my dreams. My dreams are needed. How dare he take them? But, yes, keep doing that ground pound move. That produces so many stars. I also love that in Smash Bros. They actually took that as being one of his moves. That's pretty much all of Dedede's moveset, in a nutshell, is taken from Kirby's Adventure. Bar the Jet Hammer, mind you. The Jet Hammer came later on. I think Superstar at its earliest. So, that takes care of that. I have 2 hits left, and Dedede has about half of his health left. So, let's do that. Yeesh, Dedede, just going kind of nuts with the star stuff. Uh-oh, he's trying to inflate himself and hits me with that. If, there weren't any touch damage, then that makes sense. Now, I have no idea. I guess I must have absorbed the star before it hit down, but it didn't look like that. Anyway, let's end it. And there we go. That beats King Dedede, which means we now have all the pieces of the Star Rod. So, level 8, the Fountain of Dreams. Let's go and put this thing back, shall we? Dedede, stop. You don't want me to. Well, too bad. I'm gonna do that. I fought through 7 worlds to get this thing. So, this goes in. See? What could go wrong? Everything can. Uh-oh. So, ladies and gentlemen, it's time we tackle the true antagonist of this game. Meet Nightmare. So it seems that there was a reason that King Dedede ended up, breaking the Star Rod, and I think it's gonna get elaborated a little bit. Now, you might notice based on my life count, I died a lot against this boss. This is actually the hardest boss in the game. This is harder than the final boss. The penultimate final boss. This is harder than it, for 2 reasons. 1, you're flying through the air like this is a Kabula fight, which is always just fun. 2, this doesn't look like it, but this is actually timed. If you are too slow, you will get crush killed because the screen will not scroll anymore and Nightmare will be gone. Yeah, I never knew that. I found that out on my own. So I cut out the failures and decided to keep in the true fight. So, 1 hit left, but let's get rid of Nightmare, shall we? And boom. But he's not done yet, and as you can see, there was a ground right there, so that's also timed. Make sure you grab that warp star. So, with our Star Rod in hand, let's chase after Nightmare. To also one of my favorite songs. All right, so it's time we deal with Nightmare, the penultimate final boss of the game, and I have 1 hit left. Can I do this? No, I just left this in because I like the cutscene at the beginning. So, pretty much, you have your Star Rod ability. If you stand in the left-hand corner, you are invincible. I mean, none of Nightmare's attacks will hit you. Now, Nightmare, you can only hit him when the swirling vortex underneath his cape is shown. That's the only time in which you can hit him. So what you're gonna need to do is you're gonna need to jump and just shoot the star rod. That's pretty much your best bet. Of course, I'm going to get myself killed by jumping into Nightmare as he teleports, so you need to watch out for him when he does that. Nightmare, in general, I just have one hit left, so it's not too bad. But then again, I did die twice against this boss. Don't worry, whenever you die, you end up just spawning right back at the boss. So no problems at all. And I just love this final boss music. I love the remix that they did for it as well for Kirby Nightmare and Dreamland, the remake. And interestingly enough, Nightmare has such a small role in this game, just showing up as the, final boss. Yet in the Kirby Right Back At Ya anime, they hyped him up so much. And I think that was because Nightmare in Dreamland was still relatively new. I mean, he was put out to be like this ultimate final boss and this ultimate being inside that anime, and yet here he is just getting whacked to death with the star rod. And the worst part is you can just beat him by standing in this corner that I am. And you don't need to worry about the screen scrolling or anything. What ends up happening is Kirby doesn't get crushed or anything. You just stand still. So, yeah. I think they ended up fixing this inside the Nightmare in Dreamland remake. Don't quote me on that. It's been a long time since I played that one. But, as always, just hit Nightmare inside of the little swirling vortex he has. My jumps are getting a little bit short, which is why I'm not always hitting him. At the same time, he can deflect you with his Nightmare shots while we're hitting him with what I like to consider pure dreams. Right? And like I said, I mean, Nightmare looks scary and looks like he can do a bunch of attacks, but as long as you stand in this corner, you'll be fine. You don't need to worry about him at all. But I believe 2 more hits and Nightmare should be done. So, let us hit him. I have 2 more hits and then I am done. Nope, that's the last hit. And there we go. That beats Nightmare. And we exploded part of the moon. Don't worry, that will never get fixed. Unless it gets retconned. I mean, Sonic did it. Kirby fought to find the Star Rod. Yes, he did. I had to fight very hard for that thing. But King Dedede did not mean any harm. Really? Then why did he try to kill me? Bad dreams had invaded Dreamland. Okay, that is actually rather bad. A nightmare came to the Dream Spring, which is what we just killed, and tried to cause pain to the people. Dedede foiled the nightmare by hiding the Star Rod from him. So pretty much we almost unleashed an evil horror. Dedede helped Kirby beat the nightmare. If by help you mean launched me into the air to get to him. Now everyone's dreams will return. Tonight, Dreamland will sleep well, as will I. You have no man how many times it took Kirby to actually get that shot just right. Well, there you go, ladies and gentlemen. Kirby's Adventure, created and developed by HAL Laboratories and published by Nintendo, with help with Satoru Iwata. May he rest in peace. So, my thoughts on Kirby's Adventure. Kirby's Adventure is a very fun game to play. Definitely what I consider to be where Kirby got his popularity and his stride from. The levels in the game, while some of them getting for the Switches can be annoying, It's still a fun overall game, not too difficult. I mean, I'm completely terrible at this game, and I still managed to not get a game over, so that's a good thing on my part. The bosses are a lot of fun to fight, and it's nice to see a lot of the details that went through this game. And for an NES game, I've said it before, and I'll say it again, this is gorgeous. This is a very gorgeous 8-bit game. In fact, one of the best looking 8-bit games for the time. And I mean, it makes sense. This game came out in 1993. But where does this leave me with the Kirby series? Well, the next Kirby game I will have to do, ladies and gentlemen, is going to be that of Kirby's Dreamland 2 for the Game Boy. But we're not going to be doing Kirby's Dreamland 2 for a while, because we still have more of the Summer of Bits to do. So anyway, guys, I'm going to end it off right here. This has been Roxas1359. Next time in the Summer of Bits, we're going to be tackling Super Mario Land 2, 6 Golden Coins. So, I thank you all for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.